Hello again, this is Robert Veach here. This is my video review of the Eradream, E-R-A-D-R-E-A-M brand, their head shaver, electric razor for bald men. 4-in-1 electric shaver, has a 5D floating USB rechargeable nose here included. It's waterproof, IPX7 shaver. It's a cool blue color. So this has the shaver with the 5-headed rotary floating system, the USB cable, which is custom to the device to charge it. Very cool display we're going to show, which gives you charging information, cleaning brush, a hair trimming attachment with 2 different offsets. We're going to show that. Cover for this to keep it clean. A separate little cutter to do your eyebrows and sideburns, and a very nice nose clipper with a cover that you can keep that clean also, and a user manual that shows you how to operate the device itself. Now, what I really like about this thing is that it charges really fast. It's going to charge in less than 2 hours, and it can be used for a full 90 minutes after you charge it. And ergonomically, this thing is really nice. I mean, it's not heavy, it's a perfect weight, it just feels really good. You can't accidentally hit this. Once you turn it on, it's really easy on and off, but you just grip right on the side and you could let your shaving be done so easily because these are all floating heads on here. I just like the simplicity of it and that really cool display that lets you see the remaining time on there. So right now it's warning me I have to charge, there's only 9 minutes left. It's just that simple to use. And we're going to show how to charge it. So whenever you want to charge the unit, when you first get it in the mail, you want to use the included USB cable, plug it into any USB port, 1 amp or more, and then it just plugs right in to the base of the unit. It only goes one direction, and then you can see the display, and it shows you availability time. So it's letting you know as it's charging, that number should keep going up. Very simple to use. So after it's fully charged, you can see the display will show a 99 minutes available time. And then once it's charged, you then could use the unit by just turning this on, and it gives you available time on there as you're using the actual unit. So I just started charging this actually. So very simple one-handed operation, and I like the fact that it's on the top, you don't accidentally bump it as you're using it. If you want to use the lock, you hold it down a couple seconds, and then it puts the lock on, and you see a little lock symbol right there. And that means it won't accidentally go on your luggage or on your purse, wherever you're using this, or your satchel. Then you just hold it back down a couple seconds, and it releases that lock on the unit itself. So here's a very popular Philip Norelco unit, and I just want to show you the floating head design on here, and you can see that it moves, and that each one of these things has a little bit of movement in it. But you can see the overall shape of this, it's shaped outward, not inward. So it doesn't do a real good job of hugging on your face. So if you look at this shaver, look at the overall shape. It's inward, which is the natural shape of your head and your face. And then if you look here, you can see that each one of these things moves up and down, and the whole thing articulates also. That's how you get a really close shave with this. And so you're going to be able to groom your sideburns, cut your hair. If you have the style of having a bald head, you're going to be able to trim it down with this tool or this tool, and then use the rotary head to make it just totally smooth so that you won't have any hair at all. It's very simple to use. Now if you want to clean the heads, now you could run this whole thing under water. It is totally water resistant, which is really nice. But if you want to open these heads up and clean them, you lift them up like that, each head, and allows you to get access to each one of the heads in there. Now the center one comes out by going counterclockwise, and then you can remove it. When you put it back in, line it back up and turn that clockwise. Very clever, because this piece right here on each one of these helps keep that from rotating. Now there is an included nice cover on here, and when you're not using it, I'd recommend that you keep that cover on. It just keeps dust and hair from going in the blades when you're not using it. Now the shaver comes with some additional attachments that you can put instead of the rotary head on there. So you just essentially pull this back and it comes off, and you set it aside. You have a brush for cleaning. You have a nose clipping tool. You just line it up and you push that on there. It only goes one way. And now you have a rotating blade for trimming your nose hair. And very simple to use. I love the ergonomics of this. And then you pull that out like that. Then you have this sideburn trimming tool, and you push it in place. And now you can trim your sideburns very accurately. We're going to demonstrate that. And then you just pull out to remove it. Then you have this hair cutting tool. We're going to line that up and push that in place like that. And now you have a way to trim and cut your hair and your sideburns. And what's nice is they have two included gauges on here. This one's 3mm and this one is 7mm. So it's very simple. You just take the shaver and you put the blade first, then you click down like that and it locks in place. And now it has a limit on there so that it'll only cut 7mm of hair. So that's great if you even want to shave your body hair. It'll just remove 7mm at a time. Very handy. Now of course, if you want to totally remove your hair, you can use that attachment and you can go right against your hair and totally remove your hair. And then once you use this tool, you can go over putting the rotary blade back on and going over that area, so you can get it silky smooth if you want to. And this is how you're going to trim your head if you have no hair on your head and you want to keep it looking really good. With all these attachments, you are going to be able to keep your head totally bald and smooth and great looking. But the first thing I'm going to show is the sideburn trimming. Also trim your hair by your ear. And you can trim your eyebrows also. Now you have the nose trimmer. Next works nicely, it's very quick. Now we're going to put this attachment on. And of course this could be used also for trimming side hairs, like that. It's probably a little more accurate than the other one. We're going to put one of the combs on here. There's 3 combs total. And we're going to put, let's put the 3mm on there. It allows you to thin your sideburns and the side of your hair, just like that. Now we're going to take this 3mm off, and it's going to trim a little bit of my stubble, just to make it a little bit easier. for the shaver to work. I'm going to put the rotary shaver back on. I can really feel the contour. I mean, it is just hugging my face. You can even go by your eyebrows, just to the top of them right there. Do your neck. You can see it's not stalling. I'm not getting any razor burn. The face is feeling smoother and smoother. Very easy to hold this, very light. You can see how fast I can move it around because it has very little weight to it. You can go right up to those sideburns. Now, if I had a bald head, I'd be able to do my whole head. I'm just going to do it on the top right here, where I've got some little bit of hair left right there. I'll just leave the rest alone. Now you could do this. You could do this with foam, with soap, and because this is waterproof, I could rinse this off. I could even have it running and rinse it off right under the water. And if I want to, I could open these up and clean them further like that and rinse them out just like that. Now just let this air dry and you're all set for your next shave. So what's my overall impression about the ERADREAM brand, their head shaver? I like this. It's very simple. Ergonomically, feels really good in the hand. As I showed, I like the way it feels. It shaved very close. It was easy to clean. I love the fact that it's waterproof. And all the attachments you have right here, you can really do all your shaving and keep yourself really trimmed. And if you have a bald hairstyle, this is great to keep that style in place and looking excellent. So this is a really good product. I'm going to give it a full 5-star rating. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to alert you new video uploads. And if you like this review, please hit the like button. I hope the information I presented helped you with your buying decisions. Thanks for watching.